Okay, we're recording.
Why does it feel shady? With your camera set up in the car. Okay, it's going.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Coffee Run, which of course is a part of the Kisscapades and I do have a special guest.
Pew pew pew! We're back. Me and John are back together. Hi, I'm Soni.Side.Up. If you missed me on his other podcast, what are you doing? You should be watching all of them as they're released.
Mm-hmm. Now tell people what you do for people who maybe missed the other episode.
Okay. What do I do? I'm on Instagram. I talk about food, drinks, lifestyle, travel. I start to do more travel now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably what I'm most known for, my Instagram page. But I also, it's not my main source.
Okay, I'll just tell you something.
Yeah.
Your picture popped up somewhere on a WhatsApp group that I'm in.
Uh-huh.
So everybody was asking, is this chick Kenyan? I was like, yeah, that's my friend. She's on the podcast. So long story short, got more views on your episode.
I heard it was the most watched episode.
People really liked. And a lot of people do like you.
Thank you.
It's just because you don't give people a lot of your personality with the vlogs. We had this discussion last time.
We did, yeah.
I think you just decided, that's not for me.
I'm a pretty private individual. I mean, on my Instagram, I'll share what I share, but most of the rest ends up being pretty private.
Okay, now since we're on the second lockdown, has it affected your paycheck in any way, or what do you think of the second lockdown? And how long do you think it's gonna last?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Everyone's asking, right? Everyone's speculating.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it doesn't last longer than a month or two, but who knows? Who knows? How long did the first one last? Like the proper 7 p.m. one? Remember?
And that was 2 months, and then they just extended it a bit.
Yeah.
I think we were on lockdown for over 6-7 months, right?
But do you even remember what it's like to live without a curfew?
I don't know. How are people driving at night, first of all? I don't know how that's even possible.
Yeah.
But do you think it's something that you've adapted to? Because a lot of people currently are losing jobs left, right, and center. Companies, the only way a company can survive right now is by cutting down on
cost.
Cutting down on cost, and cost meaning some of your employees have to go home.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been really fortunate in that I've maintained most of the work I was doing previously. So yeah, and I recently started a radio job. So
kudos to you,
Thank
Soni.
you.
Do you want to say where?
Yeah, at Capital FM. Yeah.
Okay. But to be honest, they needed somebody like you. You know why?
Why?
Because you do hide a lot of your personality that could be so useful on radio. And even think about it, I think what's the lady's name? There's a lady who used to do lifestyle a long time ago. Never got her on the podcast. What was her name? She was really good. I think she was one of the first people who were doing lifestyle. Her and Sharon Mundia at the time.
Susan
Wong,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I think maybe you could fit perfectly to that.
Yeah, thank you. Those are big shoes to fill.
I mean, come on, Soni. We believe in you. We believe in you. She's not there anymore, so who else could take that spot?
Thank you. No, that'd be really cool. I would be honored to do something like that. But yeah, it's been a good journey so far, and so that kind of gives me, you were talking about how the pandemic or the second lockdown has affected me, and I feel like that kind of gives me a bit of a schedule and a bit of routine, which feels good. I remember during the first lockdown, when I was literally just staying at home and working from home online, it was just mentally exhausting, because you're within the same four walls for hours in a day.
It's like being in jail.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah.
And then, so what's the show about exactly? Is it about lifestyle and what you do as well, give people tips and stuff?
Yeah, so I'm a roving presenter, so that means I kind of fill in wherever I'm needed. But so far, I've predominantly been on the Fuse with Nadia Favory and Anne Mora.
Oh, the Fuse. Okay, now I'll start listening to the Fuse.
Yeah, 10 to 2. Tune in.
That's daily?
Daily. Monday to Friday.
That's nice, Soni. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Have you ever, like, just even with the lockdown, was there ever, because you've talked about, like, you know, just being locked in walls and stuff, but now how everything is changing so fast, have you ever at some point, like, just doubted, like, the direction where your life is going? Because this wasn't the plan initially, but you're just adapting to it.
Yeah.
Have you ever doubted, like, the direction your life is going, especially career-wise? We'll get to the other good stuff later.
Yeah. No, I mean, career-wise, I've always been kind of go with the flow. I've always wanted to try my hand in media, so having this opportunity to be on radio is really exciting and has been exciting. I think especially during the first lockdown, like this time last year, I guess we all kind of collectively went through a mourning period of the life that was, because we're never going to get the 2019 lifestyle back. You know what I mean? Like, that's done, which is pretty crazy to think about, and was a little bit depressing as we were trying to figure out what the new normal looks like. But yeah, I think I've come to terms with it to some. I mean, there's still stuff that happens which can be frustrating or upsetting, but you know,
like
keep
what?
it pushing. I don't know, just like the how on edge I am, like meeting new people because this virus is airborne.
Oh shit.
You know, and then like my
You're talking about you. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. Sorry, my apologies.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, just go back to what you were saying. People keep telling me this in the comments, so I'm sorry, guys. So you're saying
telling you what in the comments?
I keep interrupting people when they're about to say something that's important. I swear to God. And it's so subconscious. I don't plan it, guys. It just happens. So you're saying something about... oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about how it's like an airborne disease, right?
Yeah.
So I find myself having a bit of anxiety around people, even people who I know who I just don't see often, right?
Really?
Because there's people who are in my pod who... I feel comfortable around to a degree, but then, you know, and then also my dad's elderly or older, and so all those things. But thankfully we've got a vaccine rolling out, you know.
I mean, have you gotten
No,
one?
I haven't. But I'd like to, if anybody out there is vaccinating people.
I'm just waiting to see how people, because I don't know, like, where this vaccine's coming from. I don't know any information. I know people are getting them.
It's out there.
But have they been properly tested? Or
Yes.
Just really? By who?
What do you mean by who?
Like who? Like where? There's another case that came from like Russia, and I don't know where the previous one was coming from, and it's like people are not sure the backstory of the vaccine. They've been tested on this country, and it's been proven to work.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of information and misinformation out there on the vaccine. I think, like you said, it's up to everybody to do their own research. I think vaccinations have been around for hundreds of years. I mean, when we get vaccinated against polio or TB or whatever, no one's asking where those vaccines are coming from.
No, I mean, when people are drinking alcohol and doing drugs, crazy drugs over the weekend,
honestly,
they never even ask or question.
If you've ever
like,
taken shots at Molly's, you can't ask what's in the vaccine.
No, that's actually true. That's actually very, very true. And now, just speaking of, like, you said you get a bit anxious meeting like new people, even people that you know. I know for me, I've just been staying away from like I haven't seen my mom and brother for over like a year, because I mean, I just always end up mixing up with people, and it's the safest thing I can do for them, because they take like all the precautions. And okay, I'm not saying that I'm out here wilding, but
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
saying,
should I put on my mask?
No,
Where's my mask?
I'm just saying that I just tend to meet a lot of people, and as a freelance, at times you just can't help it. You still find yourself like having to meet people.
I mean, you can definitely meet people and keep yourself safe. I just mean like, if you're meeting new people, you should be wearing a mask, washing your hands, things like that, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like you were talking about working and things like that, people going to work, like not everyone has the ability or the privilege to stay at home and make money working from home. So, you know, if you have to go out there and you have to be in the world, there are measures you can take to keep yourself safe.
Yeah. Okay, now another important thing, because I know, like, let's say most of your checks come from corporate. Would I say that? Have you ever tried or thought about, because now it's because of the lockdown, like just future preparation and stuff? Have you ever thought of any ways of investing, like for passive income?
Yeah.
Anything close to that?
Are you in touch with my FBI agent? How do you know this?
Come on. You know me.
Yeah, no, I think that's like that. I think that's such an important step to take. Like investing your money so it works for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been looking into it, but I don't have any like tips or tricks to share or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
What have you been thinking?
I'm not
Stocks,
super,
bonds, or those things? I mean, I think because in future, in
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. But is it too late to invest in Bitcoin?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'm so financially illiterate that like this part is going to be embarrassing for me. I don't know.
We're all trying.
With, like,
but what has caught your interest? Like if I knew knowledge about this, I would invest in this. What makes sense to you?
I can't even begin to answer that.
Really?
Like I can't. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you can't give anybody any financial.
Nothing. Do not. Honestly, if I have any financial advice, it's don't do whatever I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm laughing, but
because you're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think even for most of us, it's just trying to figure it out, because there are ways you can just let your money work for you.
Yeah.
And everybody's just trying to figure.
Do you invest?
I mean, no. I'm currently trying to. With my current client, we're trying to do NFTs, and if that goes through,
interesting,
we can do probably now stocks with a company that will do the NFT design. That's
interesting.
So if that works, I'll know a little bit. I have no choice but to know how it works. That's what I would say.
So the client does financial stuff?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were approached by some guys who want to distribute the NTFs. Or is it NFT?
I think it's NFT.
It's NFT, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I think when they're talking about like distributing it, we're also talking about like designing maybe the product first.
Okay.
Designing what we'll decide to design. And now also going way forward is that anytime the NFT is auctioned or sold to the next person, you keep getting money, and that's just something that
you're looking
into. And then after that, I'm still learning stocks, but I just don't know about stocks. Don't be anxious like the whole night, like you wake up in the morning like, oh, the stocks on dash and dash are down to zero, and you invested like all your money there. So it's just things that I'm still learning.
Yeah. But
I have to. I don't have a choice. And then, okay, now that's just like on the wealth option, because we talk about health, wealth, love, and happiness.
Quick question. How long has this billboard been there for?
Which one?
This one that we're looking at.
What is it, first of all?
Piaget.
What's that?
I don't know.
It looks like diamonds.
But I just like how long I haven't been on this road in how long? And this thing came up overnight or what? Anyway.
Oh no, but it was still being made. I think as the bridge got. Oh yeah, let's let the cop pass. The least you can.
Nice guy. He was like, "Thank you. You're welcome, sir."
Minus. You don't get that a lot in Kenyan roads, eh? So now let's skip to health.
Okay.
Because I don't want the podcast to be too long.
Okay.
But I'm sure we're still recording anyway. So when it comes to health, if you follow Soni, you all know that, and you eat out a lot. And I said this on the last podcast.
Yeah.
You're always eating, trying out new foods and stuff. But you also hit the gym and just do your workouts proper. Where do you get the discipline from? Because I do jog, but at times I've started skipping. But where do you get your discipline from? Because there is no way you can take the nice pictures that you take when you're at the beach having fun and look the way you look without having discipline.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think my fitness journey, I guess, started in 2017. So that's 4 years ago, which is crazy. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Or I guess end of 2017. Let's call it 2018.
Okay. So 2 years.
3. Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know. What's the math?
Let's say 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay, we're working towards year 3. Yeah. And I think for me, when I first started working out, it was working out with a goal, because I had friends visiting from the US and we were all going to the beach, and I was like, I want to look good for this beach trip. So I started working out. And then from there, I think naturally it just starts to feel good. Like, it feels good to be able to run fast or lift heavy or whatever it's going to be, like do your yoga. You start to feel like rewarded for doing it. And so I think at the end of the day, for me, it was about like the smaller goals as opposed to the long-term goal. Like I don't work out to, I mean, I could, but I don't really do it to like lose weight or what have you. It's more like there's smaller wins that I can have on a daily basis, right? Like the endorphins that I feel once I'm done, or the ability to...
the endorphins, you mean? I just know about fish fins. I don't know about endorphins. No, I'm lying. I'm playing. I'm playing. That's right. You know, I get some people in the comments and they're like, how? Huh? How?
Yeah.
How do you do interviews?
Also,
it doesn't seem like you know anything.
Should we go down this way and then go Dennis Pritt?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be too fast and there's too many lights.
Yeah. So discipline is just, it's just something that you're just saying about like the feeling that you get immediately after like you work out.
Yeah.
That's what keeps you going.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't work out every day, and sometimes it feels like I listen to my body. Sometimes I want to rest, you know, maybe you take 3-4 days off, whatever, that's what feels good. And I just think moving my body, whether that's going on a walk or what have you.
Well, okay, if you have to give people tips,
yeah,
because I know maybe you'll say you're not an expert or something, but if you have to give people working out tips and just some simple, you know, tricks they can use to just maintain, like, you know, that look or health, or what tips would you give them?
I think if you're just getting started, having an accountability partner, whether that's going to be a trainer at your gym who's training you, waiting for you every day at a certain time to get there, or if it's a friend who works out, you can say, hey, let's work out together. Having somebody who's waiting for you or wants to do it with you helps, right? Even if that's as small as saying it out loud. Like if I just tell you, John, I'm going to start working out, I know the next time I see you, you're going to say, oh, Soni, did you begin working out?
Yeah.
You know, so just holding yourself accountable like that. I think starting slow, like if you're going from absolutely zero, like never working out, to wanting to begin, I think it's really important to, start slowly. You don't have to start going 5 days a week. Yeah. You can start by 2 days a week and see how that makes you feel. And also just having forgiveness and like kindness with yourself and your body. I think so often you skip one day and you're like, I'm the worst, I can't work out anymore. No,
I'm lazy. Just start labeling yourself as, you know, not being capable of doing anything or committing to anything.
Right.
Oh, nice. I jog. Have you tried jogging? No?
I have. The first lockdown, like March 2020. Woo, I was running a lot. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy
jogging, like you need so much discipline. If you're waking up in the morning to jog, it's not even funny.
Well, I also think jogging, like, some people like that it gives you time to think, but the entire time I'm like, is this almost over? When can I stop? How many more kilometers? Just make it to that tree. I know. It's just one of those things. Okay, now touched on health. You know, you have to touch on love. A lot of people are finding love during lockdown. A lot of people started families during lockdown. I mean, is it something that has, you know, crossed your mind, or has Soni found love finally? No, I don't think I'm not dating or anything. I'm not romantically involved with anyone. Just like that. I mean, I've enjoyed these past couple of years of being single, doing my own thing, focusing on health and wealth. The other two pillars of this podcast. And so I mean, it's not like I'm against it. I'm open to it. I just haven't met anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
At all?
At all.
Like, have you told guys, you know, like, people are not sliding in your DM?
No, not.
Hey guys, you already know the drill.
No, I mean, I've gone on dates and stuff. I just, like, I haven't...
Oh, it hasn't grown into anything.
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just one of those things. Like, and how do you meet people, like, during the lockdown?
That's a great question.
Have you tried dating apps?
I have. And I think...
How's your experience?
It's I mean, decent. It's a numbers game with dating apps, I feel like, right? Like, because you're going off of very little information. And I think what I've learned from dating apps is the first time you meet somebody, if you've, like, matched with somebody and you agree to, like, get coffee or meet, you have to go into, or for me at least, I have to go into it thinking, like, this isn't necessarily a first date. This is just, like, a friend opportunity, or, like, you know? Because you put too much pressure on the other person to show up being, like, you know, it's too easy to get disappointed. Yeah. Like, sometimes you just go on a dating app, you go on a date, and you're like, you know what, you're a good friend, and that's fine if that's where the interaction ends. And it's like somebody
straight to the friend zone.
I mean, both of you are friend zoning each other. You're both like, there's
no,
here.
You're the one who's doing it. No, you're the one who's calling that shot. You haven't even given the other person, like, hey, would you just like to be friends? You ask that.
Well, because no, but you see, the difference is if you meet somebody in a coffee shop or whatever, you're given more of an opportunity to, like, kind of feel out who they are, their personality. If you're just looking at a CV on a phone, it's so hard to tell what this person's going to be like.
Which dating apps have you know?
I've mostly only been on Bumble.
Bumble?
Yeah.
What's that?
Is
it nice?
I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. It's like what's their catch? They have, like, a tagline or something, like, where women make the first move or whatever. So, you know, like, on like Tinder or any of these other dating apps, I don't know, maybe like OkCupid, I don't really know. Hinge. Any person, the boy or the girl, can message the other person first, right?
Oh yeah, and then the other person can decide.
Respond. But in, like,
you'll direct me from here, right?
Oh yeah, no problem. On Bumble, the girl messages first.
I'm going to Bumble.
Yeah, it's not nice for guys. It's a little bit less, like, stressed. You, like, know this person.
Yeah. I mean, I've done the other apps. I tried. I was just like, what the hell is this? Now, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So from here, do I go straight?
Yeah.
Or all the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the original question is, like, how are you dating? Yeah, so I think, like, dating apps, and then obviously just, like, I mean, when things were open, like when you could go to restaurants or what have you, then that's a little bit easier to meet people.
Oh, I could do that all day.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person who likes just going out to eat and just talk and just getting to know the person.
That's cool.
I can't do that anymore.
No. At least not for the next 30 days.
30?
Take a left here.
30?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm calling it till December.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm telling you.
Till this kind of lockdown till December?
Yeah. I mean, people's lives are, people are dying. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's just not a thing that it's not by choice. Like, people are going, so just something has to be done. And the people in positions like, president, ministers and everything, these are guys who are probably over 50, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So they know if they don't do something, like, they're the ones who are gonna get wiped out.
At risk.
We're out here jogging, working out, eating the way you want, going to the beach, and they can't do any of that thing.
But you're telling me that you think it's gonna be this extreme of a lockdown till December 2021? Like, no restaurants open, no bars open, curfew at 7 p.m., no in and out of the zone?
It would be it's the best thing for the country. So, or unless otherwise, because the curve can't flatten in 2-3 weeks. It has to take probably... I think
I heard 60 days.
I keep going?
Yeah, sorry.
So 60 days. Okay, so if they say 60, just do 120. So 4 months. So 4 months. I swear, I'm just trying to be practical about it, because when lives are being lost, because remember the conversation that people were having a while back, it's like, do you know anyone with corona? Do you know anyone with corona? And now it's like everybody's just going left, right and center.
That's so true.
Even cabinet people. Let's not even mention the Tanzanian president.
You did, I didn't.
I still need to go to Tanzania, so I won't say anything bad. But rest in peace, of course. So yeah, I think maybe you're just finalizing the episode. And what do you think of the coffee run thing?
I love coffee.
You do?
And this coffee is so strong, but...
I know iced tea, if I took iced tea,
Mm.
I know they've just been shaking here and they're staring. They've been asking me like, are you
Take
okay,
a
John?
ride.
Are you sure you're okay? That's how it would have been.
The shakes.
Oh, sheesh.
This was fun though, thank you.
You like it?
Yeah.
Nice. So I can... Oh, yeah, one last question before
Okay.
we just wind up, right?
Yeah.
I remember I asked you last time,
Yeah.
and I'll still ask you right now, like, what do you think you're currently looking for? Because maybe it changed from last time. What do you think right now? Because the pandemic, the lockdown,
What do you mean by looking for?
like, I haven't finished the question
Sorry,
yet, but sorry. Sorry.
Mhm. I didn't realize
What's
it was
the
like
one?
a 7-part question, just like an essay. For 15 points, tell me. Okay.
No, what's that one thing you think like right now you're in pursuit of? Like right now you think it's gonna give you like peace of mind, satisfaction or something? What's that one thing?
Patience.
Oh, you don't have patience?
I think in some aspects I do. I can be very impatient. And I think, yeah, this last year taught me anything. It's like just patience, man. Like even when we're talking about how long until this lockdown is lifted, just be patient with it.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
That's why I was saying,
Patience will
you
get
know,
me through this next year.
it might be 6 to 7 months that will make us live happily for the next couple of years.
True,
So
true,
I mean,
true.
you have to look at it that way. Nobody wants to be like, you know, locked up in the house. We all want to have fun. Like,
Right.
We all want to make like those decent money, like, you know, come make an appearance here, you know, those influencer things. And now like all companies are just like, you know what, we're cutting down on costs. So can you do it for free, and then we'll give you this and that, and so you might end up doing like a lot of things now, but they're not that lucrative as compared to how it was before. But you know, with a little patience, who knows, we might start going back to a state where we're just making like everything is just falling into place for a reason.
Yeah.
Still go straight?
Yeah, I would take a left up here just to avoid that intersection.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You know what I really like about your podcast? I was thinking about this today. When I appear on the podcast, like, it's such a nice time capsule of where I was in that moment.
Yeah.
You know? And
right?
and I don't know if you have it too, because you do it so frequently,
Yeah.
but like, when I look back at the episode that you and I did the first time, I can remember like what I was doing, where I was working, what I was thinking, how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would have had that. Like, that's something I'll always
Yeah.
have. Yeah, interesting.
Because even when we're having that conversation, I always talk about and share about what I'm going through at the same time.
Yeah.
As much as I can, of course, because people just seem not to be interested in what I have going on. They're always like, just shut up and let the people you're interviewing talk. Please, could you shut up?
Oh yeah. I
like,
think it's interesting.
No, I mean, it's a nice way of, because every time people just do get a little bit of what I have going on.
Yeah, but I like it because it feels like a conversation.
And that's...
I don't want to feel like I'm being interrogated by the police.
Cornered somewhere, and then you're like, you have to answer this and that and that. Okay, so as we're winding up, I remember
And take the next right.
Right? This
Or
one?
no, it's on the road on the right.
There?
Yeah, at this intersection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember I gave you one of my first merchandise. I don't know whether you remember. I don't know whether you threw it away that day, because it's the first
It's a blue
time.
tank.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy, Soni.
Yeah.
So now...
It was at a Kuroga event or something, right?
It was blankets, by the way.
Blankets. Yeah. That's actually the first blankets I ever went to. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Did I freak you out with just the way I approached you or anything?
Not freaked me out, but I was definitely taken aback, because I was like, you came with such high energy, and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I remember the look on your face, but you know, I do have something you can pick here. I don't know I don't know what size you're wearing now. I think it's extra small or small. Please don't let me pass.
No, keep going straight. We're going to Road.
Oh, okay.
Trying not to give away my address. Wait, is
do
I also get a face mask?
I mean, there's no face mask.
Oh my gosh, this is OG merch.
I know you like the No, I've seen you with a lot of black when working out. I don't know if they're appropriate for or the best for working out. There's some people who say they are comfortable. So you can just, pick whatever you think. And then I also want your advice on like my selling price. What do you think of how much they're going for?
For your merchandise?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate this question because I always am so far off. First of all, thank you so much. That's very
No,
kind.
you're welcome. No, I sell each for $100.
Oh, that's what I was gonna. Wait, what? 100? I was trying to do the math into shillings. I was gonna say like 1,000 shillings, but that's not $100.
I sell them for $100 for
Okay.
real.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's just something that I'm doing. It's called Proud to Pay. It's something that Nipsey Hussle was doing with these mixtapes. You get a lot of influence from some of these guys. It's a Proud to Pay thing, so I don't necessarily have to sell like 10 t-shirts or something.
Yeah.
I can just do what do you call it? Sell
Limited
2, 3, and then the rest I can just pick a few people that I can give out the t-shirts to.
So okay, so it would be like limited edition, and you pay $100 and you get one.
Kind of. I don't know if there's an easier way I can explain. It's like the person who's paying $100 wants to pay the $100.
Yeah.
And there are a few others that I just give out to a few selected people. Are we gonna take a right there?
Yeah, up on Real
Right.
Road. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hate this road when there's traffic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially when you're balancing.
You should see me hooting on this
You're like,
road.
"No."
Yeah, please get off the road. Get off the road. And you have to overtake even when you're not planning to overtake. So yeah, you let me know how you like the match, if it fits well.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I'll still customize something nice for you.
Ah, thank you.
It's the least I can do for
I have a blue one and a black one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Slowly collecting them all.
So straight ahead, right?
Yeah, just after this bump, you'll take a right.
Okay, and then any advice you can give people as we just wrap up, of course.
You said wrap up the last.
I know. Any advice you can give people on just how they can, keep themselves in high spirits during the pandemic. I hope this person is
So
not
here,
hooting
take a
at me.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, the lockdown, let's call it lockdown, because I've seen even in Europe, there's some countries that still have that lockdown thing going on. Any advice you can just tell people, you can anything you can just tell people, to keep them encouraged, because also a lot of people are going to depression right now and all those kind of things. So
well, in that regard, I would just say never be afraid to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. If anything, it's a sign of strength if you can say, hey, I'm struggling, and I hope that you can find somebody to talk to, confide in, be honest with, because I think we're all struggling to a degree. Just being able to speak about it can do wonders.
Straight or right?
Right.
Because everybody's going through it, but does that go for men as well? Because for a man, if you cry, if you get too stressed out, it's a sign of weakness.
I don't believe that. Here is perfect.
You say you don't believe that?
No. I think it's a sign of strength. If I think.
Do I go in or here is okay?
This is fine because it's hard to turn around inside.
Oh yeah, that manual car, how it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a sign of strength and vulnerability.
Thank you so much, Soni.
Thank you.
So just tell people goodbye and where they can find you.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. It's been so much fun, John. Yeah. Find me on Instagram at Soni.Side.Up. And see you next time.
Till next time, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's the Kisscapades podcast. Thank you. Then, oh my God, I didn't say
you gotta
punch out my.
Pew. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you liked the episode. I appreciate you.
Have a good afternoon.
And of course, if you need me for anything, holla at your boy.
Holla.